And then I pulled over to the side of the road. And I looked toward the sky. It looks like a big pancake. I believe this is a flying saucer. I can see it tilted toward me. All right, that's all. Notice where it's deep. You gotta get now.
I will like all videos of the fool for real. I will watch all videos of the fool for real. A fool for real is best. I will watch their episode. I will subscribe to a fool for real. I will visit www.afoolforreal. I will like all videos of the fool for real.
Dr. Simon interviewed Betty and Barney separately and together, and then he began 6 months of separate hypnosis sessions.
When I have a person in hypnotic regression, they'll relive this experience. Men and women will go through what they went through back then, the trauma, the fear, they're crying.
And then I pulled over to the side of the road. And I looked toward the sky. It looks like a big pancake. I drive, and Betty is still looking, and she says, "Barney, they're still following us. What do they want?" I believe this is a flying saucer. I can see it tilted toward me. All right, that's all. Notice where it's deep. You gotta get now.
Betty Hill told me she resisted. She described it to me as almost like getting in a fist fight with these entities, whatever they were.
She became terrified when they tried to take her, and she fought for her life.
It was very frightening because they saw these beings approach the car, and they took them out of the car and led them into the craft.
I have been told to keep my eyes closed. They took me and carried me, and my feet are not bumping on the rock. I am going up a slight incline. I'm afraid to open my eyes.
First, they wanted to remove her dress, but they didn't know how to operate a zipper. They tried to pull it apart. It tore the stitching, and it tore the thick zipper fabric.
Did you feel you were going to be operating on? No. I was laying on the table. I thought if I keep real quiet, I won't be harmed.
They examined their hands, their feet, their joints, and they seemed to do a test of their nervous systems. They seemed to be counting his vertebrae as they would push on his spine with something. For Betty, she believed it was part of her neurological test. So they underwent the same type of examination, separately.
This creature is telling me something. What did he tell you? To keep my eyes closed. And don't open them. I've never seen his eyes before. My God, give me strength. All right. Hold him down. Run! Hold him up and down and run! God! It's my God! Give me strength. I gotta get away.
At the end of Betty's examination, the examiner produced a very large needle. and he plunged the needle into her navel, causing so much trauma, so much pain, that Dr. Simon had to end the session early.
Videos of the fool for real. I will watch all videos of the fool for real. The fool for real is best. I will watch her episode. I will subscribe.
Whatever happened to Betty and Barney Hill, they believe that it happened, and they are reporting it as accurately and truthfully as they know how. Now, Dr. Benjamin Simon didn't go so far as to say it's real and they've been on a spaceship, but his point was they believe that it's real and they've been on a spaceship.
One of the things that Betty was exposed to was this star chart right at the end of their abduction. And the leader apparently shows her this chart of some sort with our stars, and he says, this is our trade route. And she was able, after hypnotic regression, to remember this, at least she believed that she could, and drew it out. It's an interesting little sidelight of this experience is that there was a woman some years later named Marjorie Fish, who made it her life's mission to reconstruct a three-dimensional model of this based on the local groupings of stars around us. She did a remarkable piece of investigation, honestly. I mean, it's not easy to do this, you know, when you think about the three-dimensional nature of the space around us. But she was able to do it. She had strings hanging and the balls for the stars. Based on her own assessment, she concluded that these beings came from the star system Zeta Reticuli.
Now, Zeta 2 Reticuli is around 37 light years from Earth. What this means is that if this is true, we know where to find them. It's interesting now to ask the question, should Zeta 2 Reticuli be a particular target, say, for astronomers looking for exoplanets? And should it even be a location to which we might consider actively sending messages?
Betty and Barney decided to tell the family, close friends, and they spoke to scientists and UFO investigators who were interested. They also spoke to the Air Force, and they made a Project Blue Book report.